it's Abby, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can see by the title of today's video, I am filming like a golden goddess, warm gold, glittery makeup look today. These are like my favourite makeup looks to wear and to film. I love warm tones, I love glitter, I love like soft glam makeup. It's like my favourite thing to wear, and I haven't done a tutorial like this in ages. I've just recently uploaded a black smoky eye, and then before that I did like a purple one, and then more of like a reddish brown one. So as always, I'm going to do this video as like a chatty talk through tutorial. You guys always say that you prefer like my talk through tutorials as opposed to like my voiceovers and stuff, so that is what I'm going to be doing. And if you're wondering what's on my head, I've got my mini ears on, which is like holding back the mane that is my hair. So if you see them like poking down and wondering what that is, then it's just my little cute little mini ears that I got in Florida. So I have just got the bag of all of the makeup that I picked out of my drawers today to use. So if you want to know how to create this golden goddess inspired makeup tutorial, then please keep on watching. So I haven't actually done my skincare routine yet. I've just cleansed my skin using the Fresh Soy face cleanser. I'm now going to go in with my essence. I've been really rebooting my skincare routine recently. I've been using loads of new products. I've been invested in my skincare. I've been doing it every single morning and night time, a set routine that I've been really enjoying. So I'm going to be using today the Kiehl's Iris Extract Activating Treatment Essence. If you want me to do a more in-depth video on my skincare, then I can. I'm thinking I'm going to film it after this video of all the new skincare I've been using. So literally, an essence is basically like, this helps to soothe, it helps with radiance of the skin, it helps to reactivate any of your other products that you put on over the top of it. So you do it after you've cleansed, before you put on any other skincare. Literally, I pour a few drops into the palm of my hand, and I then press this all over my skin. Now, I have been testing out the Korean skincare kind of technique, I guess you'd call it, of basically like layering loads of skincare. Before, I would never do this many steps. Like, I have cleansed, exfoliated, then I will do essence, serum, moisturizer, eye cream, and that's my daytime routine, and then my nighttime one's even longer. But this basically, I don't know if you can see, but that essence has just made my skin glow, and it just preps your skin for all the other products that you're going to put over it. Now for my serum in the day and the night, I use the Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair Serum. This is a nighttime serum, but it can be used during the day because it's got levels of antioxidant in there, which is really good for your skin. This has got hyaluronic acid in there, so it really does prep your skin. And because we want a glowy look today, this is going to be perfect because it just helps to moisturize the skin. If you want good makeup, you have to have good skin and skincare underneath it for it to be able to sit nicely. Then for moisturizer, I'm going to apply the Glam Glow Glow Starter Mega Illuminating Moisturizer in the shade Nude Glow. Now this is like a moisturizer which is really good for your skin, but it actually has like glow particles in it, so it makes your skin just so illuminated and so glowy. Like, I don't know if you can see, it's basically like a highlighting moisturizer, and I love this for days where I want to go for more of that hydrated, glowy skin. So what is new with me? It was my 21st birthday on the 6th of April, which was when my black smoky eye video went up. So yeah, it was quite a few days ago now. Me and my cousin Chloe went on a trip to London. We went to loads of cocktail bars, we went to loads of restaurants, we went to Pizza East, we went to STK, we went to Elan Cafe. Where else did we go? We went to like the London Cocktail Club and Box Park. We stayed in Shoreditch in the Nobu Hotel. We stayed there for 4 days. It was so nice. So a lot of cocktail drinking, a lot of good food, loads of laughs. It was just overall a really good trip for my birthday. So yeah, I didn't actually vlog it. A lot of you guys were asking me if I was going to vlog the trip. The only reason I didn't, I'm just going to put on the Becca Backlight Priming Filter, which is again a really glowy primer. Back to what I was talking about. Only reason I didn't vlog my birthday trip was just because I just really wanted to like enjoy the trip while I was there. Because it was my birthday, like I just wanted to concentrate on like having a good time. But yeah, it was so much fun. And we went shopping on Oxford Street and to Westfield and Stratford as well. So I spent a lot of money. Mainly I bought like clothes. Thank you guys so much to everyone that wished me a happy birthday over on my Instagram and my Snapchat. If you don't already follow me on my Instagram and stuff, it's abbycrane_, I'll put it on the screen. Go ahead and follow me on there because I post pretty much daily over there, and I would absolutely love for you guys to follow me if you're not already. I'm just going to spritz my skin with the Vitamin E Skincare Hydrating Mist from Superdrug. It's basically like a dupe for MAC Fix Plus. And then for my birthday present from Chloe and my friend Megan, they are actually taking me to Amsterdam in September, October time, which is so exciting. Thank you girls so much if you're watching. So yeah, we're going to Amsterdam as well, so it's so exciting. Loads of exciting things coming up, so for foundation, I want something like medium to full coverage that I know looks good on my skin, because even though I do like this glowy makeup, I like my skin to still be quite full coverage. So I'm going to just use my Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation. I use this all the time. I'm using it today in the shade 220. And I'm just taking it on a damp sponge. And it is such an affordable foundation as well. I think because where I am so oily, like so oily, I like it because it keeps my skin moderately matte. If I powder it, obviously my skin's going to stay nice and matte, but at the same time this foundation's not so drying matte that it makes my skin look dry. You can still see the glow is still shining through the foundation, which I really like. So I'm just going to blend this all over my skin. For concealer today, I'm going to go in with another drugstore product. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I absolutely love this concealer. I'm going to mix the shades Warm Medium 3 and Fair 1 together. So I'm just going to use a little bit of the number 3 just on my dark circles mainly. And I'm then going to take the shade number 1, which is Fair, and I'm just going to apply that and like a little like triangle under my eye, so my under eyes look really bright and illuminated. And then just going back in with my damp sponge, and I'm just going to press this under my eyes. And again, I've gone for a lighter colour, so it just really illuminates under the eyes and it just adds kind of like a bit more brightness to the skin. Then for powder today, I'm going to use my favourite, which is the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Powder. And I'm just going to use this again on my sponge, and I'm just going to use this and press this underneath my eyes just to really set that concealer in place. By doing this, it just kind of, like I say, it sets everything, it stops your concealer from creasing. And I find as well, by putting it in this area, it just kind of like smooths out my pores, and it just keeps everything in place and just makes it so it doesn't budge all day. I don't really leave my powder on to bake for that long. I just go straight in with my face powder, which is the MAC Studio Fix. I try loads of other different face powders, and I just find that this one from MAC is just the best for me. It gives me the perfect finish, the perfect amount of coverage, and I just find that it just kind of adds a bit of colour back into my skin. And where I am slightly more on the oily side, it kind of stops my oils from coming through, but also it'll make your, if you put it in this area, it will make your bronzer blend. Because I don't know if you guys have ever gone in with like a wet foundation and tried to blend like bronzer over it and it looks super muddy and patchy. If you just take a little bit of like a translucent, like, or like just like a powder like this, and just set that area, it will just make everything blend smoother. That's just a little tip for you guys. For my bronzer today, it took everything in me to not use my MAC Give Me Sun bronzer. I even put it in the bag to use, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna step out of my comfort zone and use something different. I'm just gonna use the L'Oreal Glam Bronze La Terra bronzer in the shade 02. This bronzer is really nice, but it's a really nice warm tone, as you can see, which again, my Give Me Sun is super warm as well. So this is just gonna add a really nice warmth back into my skin. And I'm using this on my Sigma Duo Fiber F50, and the powder brush I used was my Sigma Blush and Powder F10 brush. And I do have a discount code for Sigma, which is Abigail Tamsin. It's always listed in the description box down below. And for blush today, I wanted to go for something like a little bit more of like a peachy tone. So I'm just going to use my MAC blusher in the shade Peaches, which is a gorgeous peach colour. This is one of my favourite blushes. I love peach tones. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of this just onto the apples of the cheeks. I'm just going to contour slightly with my Benefit Hoola bronzer. I'm just going to take a little bit on my medium angled shading E70 brush, which I use for my nose contour, and I'm just going to pop a little bit just like into this part here of my nose, and it just helps to slim it down. And I then take it under the tip of my nose. Then before I go with my highlighter to really make the highlight pop and to really make the highlight glow, I'm just going to spritz a little bit more of the Vitamin E Skincare Hydrating Mist from Superdrug all over my skin. This just sets all the powders in place and just adds that hydration back in the skin. Now, this wouldn't be a kind of golden goddess inspired makeup look if I didn't use my Bronze Goddess Illuminating Powder. This is from Estee Lauder. It's the most gorgeous warm toned gold highlighter. If you can't get your hands on this because it was limited edition, one that's very similar is the Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood, or MAC Oh Darling is really similar to this. But I'm just going to apply this to my cheekbones, and I'm just going to really press this highlight into my skin, and I'm also taking it through the brow bone up kind of a little bit onto the forehead area. Now, before we move on to the eyes and lips, I'm just going to go off camera and fill in my eyebrows, because I do now have a full dedicated brow routine up on my channel, so I will link it in the description box down below. So if you want to know how I fill my brows in, it's exactly the way that I'm filled them in my brow routine video, so go ahead and watch that after this video. But I'm just going to fill in my brows off camera, and then I will be back to do the eyes and the lips. So as you guys can see, I've gone off camera and I've filled in my eyebrows. It's just the exact same routine as in my eyebrow routine video. So for eyes today, I'm going to start off with my Anastasia Beverly Hills and my Master Palette by Mario. If you guys don't own this palette, because I know it was limited edition, then you can definitely just use any similar eyeshadows that you own to this, because it's basically just like a neutral palette, and you could definitely recreate this look with whatever eyeshadows you've got with similar colours at home. I love the formula of Anastasia eyeshadows. I have I think 3 of their palettes, and I love the formula. So the first colour that I'm going to go in with today is the shade Isabel. So Isabel is like a really nice kind of warm toned neutral colour, and I'm going to apply that with a fluffy blending brush into my crease. I have put my powder over my eyelids, my Laura Mercier one, just to kind of set the concealer that we put over the lids in place. Just to give us a really nice base to blend the shadow over the top. And I'm using backwards and forwards little motions, and then little circular motions to blend it out and up. And I'm also taking a little bit of that shade Isabel underneath the lower lash line. I always take the colour that I put through the crease through the lower lash line, because I find that it just kind of brings the whole look together. I'm then just going to take a little bit of the shade Violetta from the palette, which is a slightly darker, like chocolate brown colour. Really, really pretty. And I'm just going to take it on the same brush, just a tiny little bit of this. And I'm just using it, again, through the crease. But I'm just using it just to deepen the socket ever so slightly. But I'm literally using the smallest amount of this. Just like so. So it's literally just 2 brown colours just placed through the crease. Really, really easy. Then I'm going to go in with our lid colour, and I'm going to use the Colourpop Super Shock eyeshadow in the shade Cheap Date. These are really nice. They're like a cream to powder formula. I'm just going to use it on my finger actually, like so. And I'm just going to kind of press this over the centre of the lid. Then I'm going to take my Stila Magnificent Metal Foil Finish eyeshadow in the shade Gold Goddess, which is quite fitting considering that's what kind of makeup look we're going for today. These are basically like a liquid, like glittery eyeshadow. I got these out in Sephora when I went to Florida. They are amazing. So I'm literally just going to take this and kind of push it over where we applied the Colourpop shadow, and I'm going to do like kind of a cut crease with it and just carve out my crease, but not being too precise. And this just adds that extra kind of sparkle to the look. You could just definitely leave it just with the other eyeshadow, but I find that this really makes this look pop. I'm then going to apply some winged eyeliner. I'm going to use my Kat Von D Tattoo Waterproof Liquid Liner in Trooper Black. I've been using this recently. It's like basically like more of like a felt tip liner, and I find that I can get such a good precise line with this. I do still love my Maybelline liner, but I've just been using this one recently because again I bought it when I went to America. So I'm just going to do a winged eyeliner now. I'm then just going to apply a coat of my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. This is really good for volume. Again, I've been really liking this recently. So I'm just going to apply a coat of this on my lashes before we go in with our false eyelashes. So I'm just going to go off camera now and apply my lashes. I'm going to use the MAC 35 lashes with my Huda Beauty Waterproof Lash Glue. This is like the dark toned one. So I'm going to apply my lashes off camera and then I'll be back to do the lips. So as you can see, I've gone off camera and applied my eyelashes. As you can see, they are super kind of fluttery and just really opened up the eyes. So I'm now going to go in with the lips. I'm just going to use my Kylie Cosmetics Dolce K lip liner. I'm then going to go in with my MAC Peach Stock lipstick. I then actually picked up a new shade in my favourite Kiko 3D Hydra lip glosses. I picked up the shade number 2, which is like basically like a clear, kind of slightly golden shimmer gloss. And I'm just going to apply this all over the lip. And then just to finish the look off, I'm just going to spritz my skin one last time using the Vitamin E Hydrating Mist from Superdrug. So that is the end of this kind of warm, golden, glam makeup tutorial. So we went for really flawless, bronzy, glowy skin. We went for really nice warm tone golds on the eyes and almost like kind of like a half cut crease with like winged liner and really fluttery, beautiful eyelashes with a really nice pale nude lip. So if you guys enjoyed watching this makeup tutorial of mine, then please make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because it really helps me out. And if you are not already, then please make sure you subscribe to my channel because we are so close now, guys, to 20,000 subscribers, which just blows my mind. I'm so grateful for all of you, and thank you so much for all your love and support. So make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and the notification bell. Leave any comments down below of any video recommendations, and just leave your comments in general for me. I love reading your guys' comments and replying back to you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you next Friday at 8 PM in my next video. Bye guys. Mwah.